Hi guys, today's video we're going to talk about the speed limits of vans because it might not be what you think it is. Hi guys, welcome back to Dubventures. I'm Tom.
I'm Brooke.
And we've got Thor in the back who you'll see shortly because we're going to be taking him out and taking him for a walk. Now, before we start this video, I just want to give an official thank you to one of our subscribers, Aaron Watson. Yeah, you know who you are. Just want to say thanks, Aaron, for giving the suggestion to do this video because it's not been the easiest video to find the information out for. Now, some people will already know the ins and outs of the speed limits for vans and so on, but there's so many like little complicated ins and outs of different things that not a lot of people will actually know about it. Now, what we'll start off by saying first of all, if you've got a camper van and on your V5 logbook it's officially classed as a motorhome caravan, which is like a camper van, that means that the speed limits in your van are exactly the same as a car. So when you see speed limits that are like 50 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour, it will be exactly the same, unless obviously the road has got like restrictions on it that it will tell you about. Now, on your V5 logbook, if it is not officially classed as a camper van, that means that there will be speed restrictions on your van. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people will be breaking the law when they're driving because they don't actually know it. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're actually going to talk about what the ins and outs of the speed limits are and how you will actually find out what speed limits can you do in your van or camper van, because some people, like ourselves, we've got our self-build camper van that we're doing, but our speed limits are the restricted ones because we're not officially a camper van. Now, we have done a video in the past, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let's try and let you get a word in there. We have done a video in the past about how to officially class your vehicle as a camper van, and what I'll do is at the end of this video I will put a link so that you can just click on the video at the end of it so you can watch it, and that will tell you exactly how to actually get your vehicle classed as an official camper van. Did it in one take, yes!
So guys, generally the rules are if you drive a panel van up to 3.5 tons, the speed limits are as follows.
So if you drive on a built up area, it's the same speed limit as for cars, which is 30 miles per hour. If you're driving on a single carriageway road, generally the speed limits are 60 miles per hour, but you will be restricted by 10 miles per hour to 50 miles per hour. And on a dual carriageway road, where the speed limit would be 70 miles per hour, the restrictions would be 10 miles per hour less again, and that would bring it down to 60 miles per hour. But all the vehicles up to the 3.5 tons would still be able to do 70 miles per hour on a motorway. Now technically guys, these speed restrictions can actually apply to vehicles up to 7.5 tons. But that can depend on when you actually pass your driving test. But that's a whole new ball game for a whole new video. Now, if you're looking that you have to, for whatever reason, drive a vehicle up to 7.5 tons, that's over 3.5 tons, check your license and do your own research before you start doing something like that. Now guys, if you're not already confused, there's more things that we need to tell you as well. So the other thing that you have as well, you've actually got car-derived vans and dual-purpose vehicles. Now a car-derived van up to a maximum weight of 2 ton, for example like the shape of a Fiesta with panels instead of windows, the speed restrictions on that don't apply. They can like do again 30 mile an hour in a built up area, 60 mile an hour on a single carriageway, 70 mile an hour on a dual carriageway, and 70 mile an hour on the motorway. So it's basically the same as cars. Now a dual purpose vehicle is a vehicle that can carry passengers as well as cargo. Now for it to qualify as that, it has to have a row of passenger seats actually behind the driver's seats, and it has to have the correct ratio of space for the cargo and passengers. It also has to have windows in the sides of the vehicle for up to qualify as a dual purpose vehicle. If that's the case, it can, again, just like the car derived van, can have the same limits as a car. Now, where that changes is if the vehicle is longer than 12 meters or can carry more than 8 passengers, then the restrictions of the speed limits come in again, because it's not then classed as like a vehicle that can have the same speed limits as a car. It's complicated, this, you know, it's complicated. It's took quite a bit of research to do this. Thor's having fun though, isn't he? He's doing all these exploring over there. So yeah, just let's say again, thanks Aaron for giving us this suggestion, you know what I mean? Shall we complicate things a little bit extra, just to confuse you? Let's go for it. Now, if you're actually towing a trailer or a caravan, the speed limits change again. Now, if you can do 70 miles per hour, you know, if you're allowed to do 70 miles per hour with everything that we've gone through, and it means that your vehicle can do 70 miles per hour on the motorway, whether you're towing a trailer or a caravan, that drops by 10 miles per hour down to 60 miles per hour. So if your vehicle's not an official campervan and you're towing something on the motorway, your speed limit is 60 miles per hour anyway, but if you're towing something, it's still 60 miles per hour. That makes sense? Now also, if you're towing a trailer or a caravan on a single carriage road, again, the speed limit drops by 10 miles per hour. So if you were able to do 60 miles per hour on that road, it drops down to 50. Now I know guys, all these numbers and everything is a little bit complicated and everything, like what we're throwing at you. So what I would suggest is, whatever vehicle that you've got, whatever van it is and things like that, I would strongly suggest that what you need to do is you need to get your V5 logbook, you need to have a look on it, see what it is, and then do your own research to find out what it is. Because what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to cover like a lot of different vans. My rule of thumb would be, no matter what... Look at that. You okay down there, Thor? Sorry about that guys, just had to check on him. But yeah, my rule of thumb would be, if you've got a van or a camper van, you know, whatever it is, like I said, check on the V5 logbook, find out what your vehicle is actually registered as, then go and do your own research, because you might be surprised the speed limits that you're doing might not actually be what you think they are. Because the thing is, the vehicles, you know, the gross weight of the vehicle, that plays a big like part of like what the speed limits are on your van. So only you can really do your own research to do that. Don't take it as absolute truth, like what I've said in this video, because at the end of the day, if you get done for speeding, you turn around and say, oh, that guy off dubventures, you know, he was giving it these speed, that ain't gonna hold up in court, trust me. So guys, to try and sort of like simplify things a little bit, if you drive a vehicle that's up to 3.5 ton, that's not an official camper van or you know, on your logbook as a motor caravan, in a built up area it's 30 miles per hour, same as a car. On a single carriageway it's 50 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour less than a car. On a dual carriageway it's 60 mile an hour, which is 10 miles an hour less than a car, and on the motorway it's 70 miles per hour. A bit of extra information for you guys. The National Police Chief Council, they recommend that they give a leeway on like speed limits and so on. So what the recommendation is, it's 10% plus 2. Now what that does is it gives the police the discretion that, you know, if somebody's slightly going over the speed limit, you know, they can give that discretion to obviously deal with that speeding thing. Now that being said, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed that the police are always going to you know, be lenient with you, if you like. Now what I will say, it's this simple: you need to stick to the speed limits. Now yes, at one time they tried to have it where if you went 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, they was going to, like, you know, charge you for it. But because of obviously the calibration, if you like, of like, you know, speed guns, your actual speedo and things like that, it's always going to be a little bit out. Oh, so I just decided to lie down. Oh, there's dogs behind us, that's why. Yeah, it's always going to be slightly out, so that's why, you know, they did come up with that system. So that means that you could be doing 35 mile per hour in a 30 mile per hour limit, and the police could use discretion, but that's not always going to be the case. So just a little extra information for you. Right, Brooke, I think that is pretty much all the information about the speeding, not speeding, about the speed limits, sorry, of vans and so on. And as you can see, Brooke was like, I ain't getting involved in this video, it's a little bit complicated. Thanks, Aaron. Did I mention that it was a subscriber that asked us to do this video?
You did say it was a good idea. You did say
I did say it was a good idea, but I also didn't realise how much of research I'd have to do for it.
Guys, if anyone wants to make it more difficult for Tom and you can think of a good video idea, send them in.
Do you know what, guys? You know, we listen to our subscribers, and yeah, I think he is tired. We'll get him back to the van in a minute and let him have a drink. But no, on a serious note, guys, you know, we listen to our subscribers, and you know, if you want us to do like any certain videos and things like that, put it in the comments below, because you know, when we do videos, we do it to like, we want to help you guys, you know, and film content that you actually want to see. Now, yes, today's video a little bit wordy, a little bit complicated, but you know, even if it like gives just one person like the understanding that they need to check like what their speed limit on their van is, you know, it could save someone, you know, being in a lot of trouble for whatever reason because of the speed limit. So, but yeah, if you've got any suggestions for any videos, put it in the comments below.
Right guys, as you can tell, I said a lot in this video today, so I thought, why not I be the one to end the video? So, if you're new to the channel, you know what you need to do. You need to hit that subscribe button. Have you done it? Have you done it? Great. And give us a like as well. What do you say, Sam?
Yeah, we appreciate every single person that has subscribed already. You know, thank you very much. It means a lot to us. We do not take it for granted in any way whatsoever. We are grateful, you know, that, you know, we're nearly at 3,500 subscribers while we found this. You know, we're aiming for the 5,000. Come on, subscribe. We want to get to that 5,000 subscriber mark.
We do want to get to 5,000 subscribers.
That's our sort of like big goal. But do hit that subscribe button.
Right, alright, shut up now. So, you know what to do. Hit it and like it. Hey. Say it.
Hey.
Go now.
Hey.
No, bye.
Oh, we're going now.
I said thanks and I like that. Say it.
Oh, wait a bit. Until the next video, guys.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.